Hubert is my dad. He has passed on. I lost my dad back in 2004, but I consider him to be one of the greatest men I've ever known, and I mean that. A lot of people say it, but I mean it. I always felt like there was nothing he couldn't do, and I really, to this day, still believe that, probably in part because of how my mother talked about my dad and thought the world of him as well. But I was very fortunate and blessed to have a great dad and learned an awful lot from him. My dad was a very hardworking man and believed in hard work, instilled that into me, how important it was, and that you know, don't get too shook over how much you're paid. Just make sure you do whatever you're doing, you do it to the best you can. When my dad spoke, people listened, and it was because they didn't hear much from him, and you know, all the time. He only spoke when there really was a big problem, and my dad had a lot of respect. I still today, after even losing him, still hear people talk about him and give him all kinds of compliments and kudos because of his integrity and just the person he was. So I take away from that and learn that, you know, there's benefits to being like he was, and I hope that a little bit of him is in me. You know, he was so consistent and so the same. He didn't change from the whole time I really knew him. And the fact that he wasn't a complainer and he didn't talk about people, he just worked hard and always willing to help somebody. If they needed a hand, he would be there. He could come home after working 24 hours straight, and if the neighbor needed a hand with something, he'd walk over there and help them, and then he'd come home. That was my dad. I'm State Senator Tom Casperson, wishing you and your family a happy Father's Day.